going through your skull, going into your spine, down the spine to the hips, down the legs, and into the ground. The nice thing about four thumps is it covers 4 body systems. And it takes just 5 minutes or so to do. This is the first thump for grounding. John Eden actually added this about 10 years ago or so, maybe even less. Originally, it was just the 3 thumps. Good. So just stop for a second, hopefully feel grounded, feel relaxed. Breathe nice and easy. Now the second of the 4 thumps is a little harder to find, and it's really not a thump. The kidney meridian starts at basically the ball of your foot. It comes up the leg and it terminates right in your chest. So this is the 27th point on the kidney meridian. It's called the K27. And if you come around to your collarbone, stay on the bone till almost the end of your collarbone, and drop down about 1 inch. You're going to find there's a natural depression there. And you just move your fingers around a little bit till you find that depression, and then stick the fingers in there. And my guess is that's going to hurt. Don't make it too painful, but by it hurting, you knowing you've got it. I always say acupressure points are wake-up points. You'll know them when you find them. So that it doesn't hurt, move your finger around a little bit, up or down or side to side till you find that point, and then do the same with the other one. Now what I'll often do is, instead of doing 2 fingers like this, I'll just take my fingers, go like that. And that's about the right distance. And so I've got my thumb in one, and I've got my first finger in the other. And then you're going to turn little circles. So it doesn't matter if you're two-handed or one-handed, just turn little circles. Breathe and relax into it. This is for your energetic system. This is to get your energies flowing, to get them flowing in the proper direction, break up some blockages. When I do a live class, I often will do a demonstration where I'll show through kinesiology how you might be weak energetically, and then we do this, and how miraculously this changes, and then you're strong. A little bit more. Good. Again, drop your hands, relax. Just be aware of the energy running through your body. So the third thump is mid-sternum or so, about 1/3 of the way down, but it doesn't really matter where. This is called the thymus point. It's for the immune system. You just go ahead and tap right in the center of your sternum. Nice deep breath in and out. This is for the immune system. For all the glands. Nice deep long breaths. Good, a couple more. And relax. And the last of the 4 thumps is called the neurolymphatics. For the women, you've got an advantage. The neurolymphatics follow your bra line. So just push in along where the bra line is. And where you find a little bit of soreness, stay there and just massage it out a little bit more. And just work your way across. Once you've kind of massaged this whole area and massaged out those tender areas, then start at the sternum and work down about like a 45-degree angle along your rib cage. This is also the neurolymphatics. This allows for good lymph drainage, which is the other liquid transportation system in the body. The blood being the other one. And then finally, I always add one more point that Donna Eden doesn't have, and that's under your armpit. So if you go to the bottom of your armpit and then drop down about an inch and push in there, I don't know anybody who initially this doesn't really hurt. And the pain is indicating that there's a blockage, there's stagnation there. So massage that out. Just breathe through. Shouldn't be enough pain to bother you, but it should be, you know, just a little bit where you notice it. One of my favorite terms, an English term that applies to this, is niggly. It's a little niggly. It's a, you know, a little bothersome, but not terribly painful. And let's go to the other side. So go to the bottom of your armpit, drop down about another inch, find that point that's sensitive, and then just massage it out. Good. That's the 4 thumps. As long as we're doing that, let's go do a little bit tapping. Let's wake up the body. Meridian system. The meridians are the energy pathways in the body that the traditional Chinese medicine came up with thousands of years ago. We have 6 that originate or terminate in the fingers. So go down the arm and then up the arm. That'd be 6 there. And then there's 6 that go either down the legs or up the legs that either terminate or begin in your toes or somewhere in your foot. Sorry. The kidney meridian is the one exception. It does not go to your toes. So let's start by tapping the lung points. That's basically just inside the crease of your shoulder. So this is my crease. I'm here on my pec muscle, and just go ahead and tap with an open fist. These are lung 1 and lung 2 points. These are good for the immune system as well as for respiration. Nice deep breaths. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Purge the energy that you no longer need. Now with an open hand but cupped, come down the inside, the outside. Come all the way up your shoulder to the back of your neck, getting gallbladder and triple warmer meridian here for the immune system, but also for clearer thinking. Back down to the front, down the inside, around on the wrist, up the outside. And one more time. This time, come all the way down to your palms. Clap. Come up to the outside. And get lung 1 and 2 on the opposite shoulder with an open fist. By an open fist, I mean basically like this. So I'm not completely clasping, I'm leaving it so there's room in here. That helps add some extra vibration. And then by cupping your hand flat and doing the same thing, you can feel the vibrations going down the inside, around the wrist, up the outside, behind the neck. Back to lung 1 and 2. Down the inside, the outside. And one more time, this time go down to your palm, waking up what we call the Lao Gong point, which in the Indian Ayurvedic would be called a minor chakra. And come up the outside, behind the neck. Back to the chest, just on either side of the sternum. Just go up and down. Go ahead and put your hands over your kidneys. Just give them a nice rub. Try to feel the warmth coming out of the palms, going into the kidneys, filling the kidneys with energy. Now tap lightly on the kidneys. We're going to tap our way down the back of the legs to the ankles, up the inside of the legs. When you get to the leg crease, make it an open fist and just go up and down the leg crease. This is called the Qua. The translation is basically leg gates. Important for allowing the energy to come up through from the ground through your legs into your torso. Let's go back to the kidneys again. Down the outside, up the inside. Tapping the Qua for just a moment. And then one last time, kidneys. This time, stop at the outside of your knee and just tap there. Then go down, around the ankle, tap on the inside of your knee. And before we continue on, tap behind your knee. Continue coming up the inside to the Qua. Go ahead and hit right around the area of your belly button. Come up the right side to the diaphragm, down the left side to the belly button. One more time. Come back to the belly button and just relax. Now the Wuji stance is our traditional stance. It's the most used stance. Feet are about shoulder width apart. Feet pointing more or less straight forward, but comfortable so that you're flat on your feet. Bend your knees just a little bit, or better expression perhaps is soften the knees. We never want to lock out any of our joints ever. And I should always repeat that you never want to feel pain in Qigong. You never even want to feel tension. With all of these movements, if you feel uncomfortable, back off. Don't stop doing them, but limit your range to where you're comfort. Always stay in your comfort zone. Energy flows best when you're relaxed, when your muscles are relaxed. The more tension, the more difficult for the energy to flow. So we relax the knees, slight bend. Hips, just bring them slightly forward, bringing the back into a line, nice flat back. Feel like the top of the head is being lifted upwards, so you're elongating your spine. Tuck the chin in just a little bit. Relax the shoulders. Haven't done this one in a little while. Take a nice deep breath in, and then you're going to blow out through your mouth as you lift your shoulders up to your ears as you breathe in. And when you breathe out through your mouth, let them just drop. Let's do it all together. Again, breathe in. Just feel your shoulders sinking down, relaxing. One more time. And just feel the shoulders sinking, relaxing. Bring your arms just slightly in front, but putting them there with no effort. And just start to bend at the knees. Let your arms hang. Let your arms move around to the sides a little bit. And as you shake, your wrists start to flop around, your arms start to flop around, your head starts to flop around. Just let everything shake. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Now, the traditional Chinese medicine theory, what's called the 5-element theory. And there are seasons and colors and organs all tied to this theory. So being fall is connected to the lungs. And the sound for the lungs is like a bunch of Z's. So as you breathe out, doing the shaking, make a sound like a buzzing bee. So you breathe in through the nose, and then again. One last time. And just stop, relax, feel the energy surging through your body. Put your hands on your hips and just turn nice big hip circles. So when you go back, your hips go back. Then they go to the side, then push your hips forward. So you're making nice big circles with the hips. The body stays upright. So we're not doing this from the way some people tend to do this. I don't want that. That's going to hurt your back. This is going to help loosen it up. Allow the energies to move upward from the ground. Good practice for those of you that are taking the belly dancing class. If there is one, I don't know. Let's reverse. Good. Just let yourself hang over. Let your arms drop. Relax the head. And just let everything kind of hang. Let the lower back stretch out. With each breath, let yourself just sink a little closer to the floor. Keep the knees slightly bent, or even more if you want. Just keep it comfortable. You should feel some stretching through the hamstrings. That's fine. A little bit of stretching through the lower back. And just let everything kind of hang. Bend your knees so you go into a sitting position. Pick your head up so you're nice and straight, and then push straight up with your legs. That way your back is never involved. Good. Let's loosen up the back a little more. So let's do knocking on the door of life. So just start turning from the hips and the waist. Let your arms hang, as the Chinese say, like ribbons of silk. And eventually the momentum will carry them so that they're hitting your body. And as they strike your body around the belly button and directly behind, we're stimulating some major meridians and acupressure points. Look over the shoulder. Feel each vertebra turning in place. See if you can get around a little bit further each time. Remember, don't overdo. Stay within your comfort range. Picture yourself moving further around if you don't get full motion. That's true with any of the postures we do. If you can't do the full motion, picture it in your mind and just do what's comfortable. It will come. A little bit more. With the back, loosen up. Each vertebra turning. We're doing 2 of the 6 directions that the spine moves. And slow it down to the point where the arms are moving through the air. See if you can't feel the air going between your fingertips. Maybe you even can feel some resistance of your own energy field around you. This is called water waves. Imagine running your fingers through water, making little rivulets, making little waves. See if you can't feel that sensation. And slow it down. One of the best postures, I think, for lower back is spinal cord breathing. So spinal cord breathing, it's important that you move the hips. Again, stay within your comfort range. So we bring our arms up, elbows above the shoulders, arms bent. We then bring our hips back, or stick your butt out, and lean back so that you're looking up at the ceiling. Then pull the elbows down, moving the shoulder blades down and together as you breathe in. Breathe out. Arms come together, forearms come together, palms facing you. The hips move towards the elbows, and you tuck your chin into the chest. Breathing out all the way. Little pause here, get a little extra stretch, then breathe in and reverse. Have a pause between each so you get a little bit extra stretch, but don't overdo. This is excellent for anyone who's got any kind of lower back issue or sciatica. It opens the spaces between the vertebrae. But again, stay within your comfort range. Just slowly over time, it will get better and better. One more time. And down. Good, so that's now 4 of the 6 directions. The last 2 directions, the spine moves is side to side. So let's do moves like a river. So your hands are just below your hips, so they're kind of out of the way. You're going to shift your weight, go to a wider stance, shift your weight to one leg. But don't bend forward, stand nice and straight. Drop the shoulder and let the head drop. Then shift your weight to the opposite side. Drop the shoulder and then the head. And now, see if you can do that in a nice rhythmic pattern, nice and smooth. The key here really is push the hip out first, then let the rest of the body follow. And just feel the spine moving from side to side. I have always likened this to kelp forest and how the kelp move with the waves. Just let it be nice and fluid, nice and relaxed. A little bit more. And slow it down and come back. So being that it's such a lovely day, at least for the flowers and the grass, let's do some cloud moves. So go ahead first and put your palms down towards the ground. Go back to roughly the Wu Ji stance. Put your palms towards the ground. See if you can feel the energy coming out of the palms, going into the ground. And as you breathe in, see if you can feel the energy being drawn back up from the earth into the palms and into the rest of your body. So just kind of relax into it. Bend your knees a little bit more as you breathe out. As you breathe in, straighten up a little bit. Breathe in and out through the nose. Let's do a posture called parting the clouds. So we're going to allow our hands, as we breathe in, to cross, come up the body, come up over your head, breathe out as the palms turn out and push it down to the earth. So notice you spiral your hands. And just do that with the breath. So breathe in, pause, breathe out, and pause. Feel the energy coming up the body, and then taking the energy from the universe and sending it back to the earth. And when the Chinese talk about clouds in Qigong, they're really talking about your mind and the clearing of your mind. So with each one of these, picture fresh energy coming into the head and then removing stagnant energy or energy you no longer need or energy that no longer serves you. And let's do another posture called separating the clouds. Finish one more time. Bring your hands down. This time, palms face up. Let your hands drift upward to about chest height. Then the pinkies come together. And you breathe that energy into your heart. Send the energy out from the heart into the world and send it back to the ground. So we breathe in, we breathe out. We breathe in, and we have a long breathe out here. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And again, just picture bringing energy up from the earth, bringing you into the heart, sending that heart energy out into the world, and sending it back to Mother Earth. One more time. And down. Good. Just take a moment, go back to the Wuji stance. Check in with your body. Notice the energy running through, but also notice where it's not running, where it's stagnant, where it's blocked. Notice where you may have a little pain or muscle tension. Don't give it a moment's thought, just identify it and move on. Chinese have an expression, the mind follows the qi. Mind directs the qi, sorry. So by identifying these points, we're facilitating healing. Let's do a little cloud walking. I told you there was a theme today. So as you put all your weight onto one leg, doesn't matter which side you start in, the other leg comes up. Let's just start with that. Do a wider stance, shift to the opposite side. You're just moving from side to side, nice and easy. Try to find a focal point about 12 feet in front of you. And the more you concentrate on that point as you're doing this, the easier the balance exercises become. It looks like everybody's got this movement pretty well. So now let's put the arms into motion. So as the leg comes up, your hand comes up. And then feel like you're pushing it down. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in as you're coming up. Breathe out as you're pushing it back down to the earth. And just do it very lightly, effortlessly. You can see why it's called cloud walking. Good, couple more. Last one, and down, good. Let's do a little more with balance. One of my favorite balance routines, and hopefully it's not getting old for you, is going from a posture called flying into finally, if you're able, to a posture called crane soaring. Now, if you're not able to do the full crane soaring, don't worry about it. Do what's comfortable to you. And you can always, lean against something if you need to. You need that little extra balance, a chair, the wall, whatever works for you. So the first part of flying is really nice. It's just a very relaxing flow. So stand with your feet a little more than shoulder width apart, just so you got a nice stable stance. As you breathe in, let your hands kind of drift up, but they're drifting up like somebody's pulling it up from the wrist, and then they settle back down. Imagine somebody's tied a string to your wrist, and there's a cork at the end of that string, and you're in a pool. And so the arms get pulled up by the cork, and somebody cuts the strings, and they just settle back down through the water. Breathe in as they come up. Breathe out as they go down. Nice and relaxed. You can settle down on your knees a little bit if you want as you go down, and straighten up a little bit as you go up. There's no reason to do that. Whatever allows you to feel like you're just floating. Imagine that you're a regal bird. We see osprey when we go down to Harbor Island, and they just hover over the basin. Imagine you're that osprey. And this is just effortless. Your breath allows the arms to float up. The out breath as the arms float back down. Now let's add a little extra to this. You pick whichever leg you want. As you come up, shift your weight into one leg and just come up on the toe on the opposite leg and then settle back down. So we stay on the same side. So I'm just coming up on my toe, shifting my weight, in this case, to that leg, and then shifting back to the center. Then going again to that leg, back to the center. So it should be smooth, it should be as effortless as possible, it should be timed with the breath. Imagine the breath is doing all the work. And once you're comfortable with that, the last moment, just let your toe come off the ground about an inch and then go back down. So don't try to lift the foot flat-footed. A lot of people go like this. Let it come up onto the toe and then lift off the ground. So it's nice and easy. Now, if you're comfortable with this, and it's okay if this is as far as you can go, that's fine. If you're feeling shaky, work on this, and eventually it will come. Don't try to go to the next step. But if this feels comfortable to you, the last part of this is not putting the foot back down. You bring the foot up, bring it down, bring it up, bring it down. Find that focal point. And try to have this as effortless as possible. Just let your arms lift your legs. Try not to force it. Try to go only as high as comfortable. So if you can't move much, even just moving like this and staying on the toe is fine. Can even be done seated. Good, do one or two more, and let's go to the opposite side. Terrific. All right, so you're going to accelerate the movement this time to wherever you're comfortable. So start with flying, and then when you're ready, go to your toe. And then the next step would be to lift that toe off just an inch or so. And then finally, crane soaring. Just keep going, relax. Slow it down, work with the breath. Great. A couple more, and then settle back down. Few more weeks of this and we'll have you doing the Karate Kid. Okay. Go back down to the Wuji stance. Let's go ahead and bring our hands around. So one hand is over the other, palms are facing each other. Imagine you got a big beach ball here. It's called holding the moon. All we're going to do is we're going to rotate the moon over to the opposite side. Nice and slow. Don't time it with your breath. Try to feel that ball of energy between your palms. One more time. And then stop. Good. Now what you're going to do, this is called parting the horse's mane. You're going to shift your weight as you throw a frisbee. And the other hand drops back down, this hand comes over, and then you shift the opposite way. Throw the frisbee. Sorry. And as you're doing this, imagine you're stroking a horse under its neck and along the top of its head. One more time. Come back to the ball. Good. Now let's go into cloud hands. So you've got this energy ball here between your hands. Notice one arm is up. It doesn't matter which one is up. You're going to follow the elbow of the arm that's up to the side. So you're just going to turn to the side. Go as far as comfortable. Roll the ball over. Now the opposite hand is above. Follow that elbow back. And just nice and slow. You're going so slow it's almost uncomfortable. But you don't want to be uncomfortable. And just feel that energy between your hands as you follow that upper elbow to the side. One more time, and then you're going to come back to the center. Now again, it doesn't matter which hand's on top, you're going to follow that elbow. Still, at this point, take your hands, forget about the energy ball for a moment, turn so that the upper hand is facing your heart. The lower hand is facing the area of your abdomen. The upper hand is connecting to an energy center we call the middle dantian. It houses what we call love chi, chi being energy. The lower one is connecting to your lower dantian, vitality chi. Just stand there for a moment, see if you can feel the energy coming out of the palms and connecting to those energy centers. If it's helpful, the upper hand is radiating red light out of the palm into the heart. The lower hand is radiating white light into the abdomen. Just see if you can feel that energy for a moment. Now, whichever arm is up, follow that elbow to the side. Just turn to the side. When you get to the end, the upper hand floats down and the lower hand floats back up. Reconnect now to the dantians, and then turn to the opposite side. Take a moment to pause, to reconnect after they've gotten into position, and then make the movement. Now, as you're coming across, focus on the hand on top. Look at that palm. And then when that hand drifts down, focus on the horizon. On the other hand, come up now, focus on that palm. Try to feel all of that energy. One more time. Back to center. Bring your feet fairly close together. Let your arms drop. Let's do a posture called bringing down the heavens. So try to feel the weight of the energy as you lift all that energy up. Breathing in, breathe out, push it down through the top of your head, down your body, deep into the ground. Let's do that twice more. So you breathe in, lifting the energy up. Breathe out, pushing that energy down the body, all the way deep into the ground. One more time. Good. Keeping the feet close together. Take your right hand, palm up, put it below the lower dantian. Left hand scoops out. I'm going to mirror you. Thumb and first finger separate. Scoop up the energy, then the thumb faces the body as it comes down the midline of your body. Breathe in as that opposite hand comes up and around. Breathe out as it comes down the body. And as it's coming down the body, see if you can feel the energy coming out of the space between the thumb and the first finger. Trying to balance the energies of the three dantians so that no dantian has more or less energy than the other. One more time. And finish with both hands over the lower dantian. Either interlace your thumbs or hold at the wrist. Feet together. Put your thumb right on your belly button, which places both palms one over the other and about 2 inches below the belly button, which is where your lower dantian is. And just picture white light coming out of the palms. Picture a little pearl inside your body. That's your lower dantian. And that pearl is absorbing the white light. It's getting brighter. Feel it getting warmer. And as it glows brighter and brighter and warmer, that energy starts to expand outward from that pearl. It spirals down your legs and up your torso. And as it moves through your body, let your body relax and rock and sway like bamboo in the wind. Let the energy remove any darkness, any stagnation. Remove negative thoughts and emotions as it fills your body with a brilliant, loving, bright light. And once every part of your body is filled with that warm, loving energy, let it expand beyond your physical body, encasing you in a beautiful protective cocoon. Just feel yourself floating inside that cocoon. Become aware of what it feels like to be safe, to be healthy, to be at peace. Take a nice deep breath. Draw those energies back into your body. Hold on to those good feelings and take them with you for the rest of the day. Thank you.